want to talk a little bit more about this and get some perspective. Attorney and First Coast News legal analyst LaToya Williams-Shelton is joining us in the studio to talk about day 2 of jury selection. LaToya, we learned several jurors were dismissed today, one admitting they already formed a guilty opinion about the defendants, and it appears that this is just going to be a challenge to find an impartial jury.
Yeah, and this is something that we already knew, right? This is something that the Glenn County Clerk's Office already knew. This is why they sent out 1,000 summonses. And let us not forget that this is what this jury selection process is about. It's about determining those biases and dismissing the ones that you do not want to be a part of the trial, or ones that the state or the defense do not want to be a part of the trial. It's definitely looking like it's going to be a little more lengthy than they originally predicted, which in this case is not uncommon either. We have 3 separate defense attorneys, right, who are asking questions. We also have the prosecution who is asking questions. And I do understand the judge's concern, because we definitely want to have judicial efficiency about this case. We want to make sure that we move it forward. But again, taking into consideration that the jury selection process is one of the most important processes in this case.
And so, LaToya, you mentioned that, we know that this jury selection process is going to last a long time. How does this compare to a normal jury selection process?
I mean, of course, it honestly depends on the case. When we say normal, I don't know, what we mean by normal, but of course, when you're talking about a smaller case with less facts, with, just again, smaller cases, ones that aren't this big in nature, in comparison, we wouldn't be in jury selection for sure for several weeks. It may take a week. It may only take a day, honestly. Some folks are able to, I've picked jurors in a day, in a couple of days. Doesn't take several weeks. But again, this is a totally different kind of case here that we're dealing with.
And let's talk some more about that. Prosecutors and defense attorneys were at odds over questions to jurors about race. So what does this say about racism's role in this trial?
Well, I mean, I think the reality of it is the defense is probably their, thought process here is race is the pink elephant in the room, right? Race is something that a lot of folks believe is what drives this particular crime. So to ask those questions to the jurors about their beliefs about race, their beliefs about what race had to do with this crime, their beliefs about this Confederate flag that they may see they may see pictures of during the video or anything like that from their client, I think that that's important. It was important to ask those jurors those questions, because those are the things as a defense attorney that you want to know. So I think it was important for them to go ahead and get it out there and ask those questions.
LaToya Williams-Shelton, our legal analyst, thank you so much for joining us tonight.